Hey guys, so Tozalazz,
Probably should have figured out what
basically whatever this company is, saw our videos that we do on our MorrFlate and said, hey, we make a twin compressor and we think it stacks up well against your MorrFlate. And we've been using the MorrFlate extensively, sometimes 3, 4, 5 times a day. And not only were we doing our rig, all 6 tires down and up, 3, 4 times a day, but when we go with friends, we were doing their rigs as well. So we're doing 3, 4, 5, 6 cars back to back to back with the MorrFlate, having no issue. That system is a beast. So I told him I seriously doubt it, but you can send it anyways and we'll let you know. So today we're gonna unbox it. And talk about the specs. The only specs that are different so far is they're both 150 psi, they're both 90 amps. This one does 300 liters of airflow and this one does 330. This one comes with custom made hoses. So the MorrFlate comes custom built with a gauge, a slide valve, and these automatically do all 4 or 6 tires together. This is just a compressor. So to eliminate any discrepancies, we're going to use our same hose system as long as it fits and I don't need an adapter, and we're just going to go compressor versus compressor, and that's what we're going to do. You've already seen our video and we have put the time that it takes to drop pressure for us and then to raise pressure back up. So we'll do one of those comparison tests and we will also do it while we're on the road. But let's open it up. I'm gonna zoom in over here.
It's too tall, I can't see.
Oh, this is gonna fly in the wind. I'm gonna tell you now. Hold the side on. Handles. Does have handles.
Oh, we would have done that on the ground. Oh.
Let me have that back so it doesn't fly away.
Restarting this thing. I would have done bag next to bag first. But... Here, let me get this out of the way.
Can't tell if this is used.
That is styrofoam that has melted to it. You can see the texture.
Melted styrofoam. Alright. Well, so it comes with
A hose.
quick release. Comes with a single quick release. And bags are pretty much identical. does have rubber feet on the bottom, which is nice.
Initial reaction, honestly, they look almost identical.
Yeah, they're pretty
really
close. They're pretty close. So yeah, I guess you get another one of these that screws in here, and then this goes on. Except for the bag. That can go back in the box. And this just has a short hose that this just quick connects onto. So this is just cheap rubber that moves. You can see it already moving as you're pulling it, which means it's not gonna last. So it's better to just take that off and have the metal. I'll leave it on there for now, but I guarantee you that's gonna fall off or get ripped or break first. Gauge looks pretty similar. I mean, let's look. So this is loose. It's just sitting here loose, but there are filters here that you are supposed to clean out or replace.
What's it made out of? Is it metal? It sounds like plastic. Okay.
Pretty much the same. I mean, this has a square body, this has a round body, this has extra little reinforcement, this doesn't. These are basically to dissipate the heat, so more fin space is good. This looks a lot more robust though. Yeah.
Thicker fins on this one than on this one is what he's talking about.
Which the thinner fins are good because they dissipate the heat quicker. However, structurally, this is a better unit overall. And then I guess you can use this to pump up balls or inflatables. All right. So first impressions is it's pretty much a copy. The hose is a little bit different. You can tell that these are much higher quality, quick connects, much higher quality. So far the hoses are a higher quality on the MorrFlate as well. I mean, the cables look the same. I mean, even the ratcheting handles here are the exact same. So we'll go through, we'll use it, and we'll let you know. We'll do an initial 4 down and 4 up in this video and let you see that, and then we're gonna put it to use. Like you guys know, we're not easy on the MorrFlate. We definitely don't abuse it, but had conversations with the president CEO of MorrFlate, and this thing is built to be used, and we have proven that it can handle a lot, and we put a lot more into it than 99% of people that use these. 99% of people that use these just do their 4 tires up and down, which is no sweat for this thing. We're normally doing 6 tires or 8 tires up and down together, and we're doing multiple rigs back to back to back, and this unit is an absolute monster. So,
which speaks to its longevity for those who are only going to use it.
It just speaks to the longevity of the people that aren't using it for more than 4 tires. But we're gonna go ahead and do a quick 4 up, 4 down with the new unit, and we'll compare it time-wise to our old unit with the footage we already have, and we'll give that quick comparison, and then we're gonna put it to test. We're gonna put it to the test, and we're gonna find out how it does long term. But yeah, just like all of our other gear, we'll test it out. We give it a good, since we full time, and the average overlander only goes.
I'm not overlanding right now.
Yep. So we're gonna put this to the test, and we're gonna let it test for at least a month or so, or a couple months, and we'll come back to you with the results of our final decision on it. But more than likely, we're just gonna end up giving this unit away. We love that this is a total package. It comes with the hoses and everything. This one we would have to do some modification to, like, I can't even use my hoses on this unit now, so I'll see if I can't figure out how to do it. But this is what they sent me, so I'm going to do that, all 4 up and down together. This one has got to do all 4 tires individually. So we'll show you why you should buy a MorrFlate with the hoses.
I'm recording again.
This gauge is reading 50. Let's see how accurate that is. My gauge is calibrated, and it was just calibrated, so we'll see how close it is. So it's 3 psi. It's 2.3 psi off. So it's pretty close. It's pretty close. It's not bad. So the nice thing about the MorrFlate hoses is you get to put the hoses on all 4 or all 6 tires at the same time, and they all come down together, and you have a gauge built in with a nice little slide, so you can check it super fast, but it also it equalizes. So all the tires come down together and equalize, and then also when you're going back up, they all go up and equalize together. So you're guaranteed to get the exact same PSI in all 4 or all 6 of your tires, where with this one just having a single hose, you're going to be close, but you're not going to be dead on. So in that respect, MorrFlate is built for people that actually off-road or overland, whereas this is just another compressor with a hose. More so for people that have an RV and need to get up to 120 psi in their tires, or for somebody who just wants to have a compressor with a single hose in their rig, just in case. Whereas MorrFlate is built to truly help you air down and air up quickly as one single unit.
Built for off-roaders.
So it's definitely for off-roaders, and it's definitely built for overlanders. I would say so far the Tozalazz is on par, thinking-wise at least, and engineering-wise. It's probably on par with like Viair or Smittybuilt or something like that. It's just another compressor with a single hose. Alright, so this is the bleeder right here. There's a bleeder valve right here. We're going to get it down to exactly 18, or as close as we can. You get your phone out and start a timer.
That I can do. Observation, it takes a lot longer to deflate with this hose than with our MorrFlate.
Alright, so just that's as close as we can get to 18 on this gauge. We're going to turn it on, and you'll watch a timer on Kelly's phone, and we'll watch. Come down here with your phone too. So the first thing that I don't like, if you notice, this gauge is reading 60 psi. And the tires are not at 60 psi, so the gauge isn't actually accurate. So I'm gonna have to turn the compressor on and off to get the real pressure reading. Whereas with the MorrFlate, the gauge reads, it's digital and it reads what is actually in the tires. It doesn't just go up to 60 and then you gotta guess.
And you tap the camera screen. You can see the reflection of the GoPro in my phone.
So the tire started out at 50 psi. Is because we're in Texas, it's over triple digits, and so we're gonna put the tire right back where it was at 50. So because the gauge doesn't actually read right, I gotta blip the compressor off and on to see where we're at.
No, my legs can't stand like that.
That's 50.
So a minute and...
So it was a minute 48. All right, look at me. So it was a minute 48 to do one tire. And so what that means is it's gonna take you about 2 minutes per tire. So that's 8 minutes. If you wanna do 4 tires, that's 12 minutes. If you wanna do 6, that's 16 minutes. If you wanna do 8 tires together, which I can tell you now is way longer than the MorrFlate takes.
Well, it's also if it doesn't start to slow down as the compressor heats up.
Yep, so that's the thing too, is we're going to, right now we're gonna deflate all 4 tires and we're gonna go all 4 all the way around because of how hot everything is on this compressor and how hot the compressor is. I think it's gonna fade. So we're gonna dump the air in all 4 tires and then we're gonna bring it back up one by one, and I guarantee you that it's gonna go even slower. So we're sitting right at about 18. And so this is where we're gonna start.
Jeremy's gonna go around and disconnect the MorrFlate hoses because that's what we use to deflate the tires. And now we're gonna use the compressor, the new compressor, and the hose that came with that to inflate all 4 tires individually. All right, am I setting a timer for the whole thing?
The whole thing.
Okay. Hold on. Go ahead.
So we're gonna run a timer for all 4 tires. You ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
So, just under 10 minutes. Can I take my phone?
So it's just under 10 minutes. There you go. So just under 10 minutes to do all 4 tires. This compressor is so hot. You can't touch here. You can't touch the hose. You can't touch the cable. It is so hot. You're gonna have to let this thing cool down before you put it back with your gear, or you're gonna melt stuff, or you are going to start a fire. So that is not safe. But other than that, so far, what comes in the package that you purchase, it's not as good as the MorrFlate. We're gonna get the female to female adapter so we can use the incredible MorrFlate hoses with this other compressor. And I think we're gonna see probably the same. So, regardless of what compressor you have, whether you have this or you have the Viair or you have the MorrFlate, you need to get the MorrFlate air hose system. They custom build them, so you can have them with 4, 6, or 8, or 12. They'll build them however you want. You just call them up and tell them the dimensions and stuff and what you're doing, and they'll build you a custom set of hoses. So you need to get the MorrFlate hoses regardless of what compressor you use. But initial impressions of the compressor, it's definitely slower. It's not as efficient. You can't touch this hose, you can't touch these cables, you can't touch any of this, so you have to leave it out to cool down before you pack it away, or you have to pack it in something that isn't going to let the heat dissipate into all your gear around it. So it kind of defeats the purpose of being fast. Air down or air back up on the end of the trail is when you're done airing up, you got to stay here for another 10-15 minutes to let it cool down.
Doesn't the MorrFlate compressor heat up too though?
While the MorrFlate compressor does heat up, it is warm, it is not hot. Even after we've used it on 6 tires for 4 or 5 rigs back to back, we've been able to put it right in the bag and put it right in because it's warm, it's not hot. And so that's a big deal, because now you can, with the MorrFlate, you can air up, put your gear away and head down. With this, you're gonna have to air up, you're gonna have to wait for it to cool down, and then you can pack up and go, which for some people is not a big deal. But for those of us that do 2, 3, 4 trails a day because we're in a group and that's what we're doing, the MorrFlate's gonna be the better option. But either way, you gotta get a set of the MorrFlate hoses. They build them custom for you. Ours was originally built for 6. It is now built for 8. And I mean, we love it. When we move up to our dually and our triaxle toy hauler, I'm gonna call them back up and they're gonna build us a set that does 12. And it's gonna do all 12 together, and we're super excited about that. But that's it for this video, guys. The original unboxing and just a quick sneak peek on how it stands up originally. We're gonna grab that adapter so we can use the MorrFlate hose system, and we'll do a little better side-by-side comparison, and then we're gonna cycle them. We're gonna do the MorrFlate up and down and up and down and up and down. We're gonna do that 4 or 5 times. Then we're gonna flip over and we're gonna do this Tozalazz or Tozalazz, and we're gonna do the same thing with it, and we're gonna time it out for you guys, so you guys will know how they function, how the quality is, and how they hold up. And just so you know, we're gonna put the link for the Tozalazz. It's an Amazon link. We'll put that down below. If you're interested, we're gonna put a link down for MorrFlate down below too, and you can check them out and look at all the different hoses and stuff that they have. And they also build custom hoses if you just call them or text them and talk to them. So that's it for this video, guys. We're on to the next adventure.